Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Kicking Aces here in World of Tanks. And today's map needs no introduction. It is once again Cliff on a standard battle, which we have seen quite a bit on this channel. But the tank does need an introduction. This is the Panzer 58 Mutz, and this is the first video of this tank that I've posted on my channel. And the reason for that is because it's a brand new tank for me. I think it's been out for a while, for a couple years now, but I just acquired it. I think it was the mid-season free tank for the latest battle pass, or it was some other but I think it was that first one. Anyway, I got it recently, and I've played about 5 games in the tank. This isn't my first game, but even today I went and checked as I'm recording this video. I've got a total of 13 battles, and I've done quite a few between this recording and the battle that took place and my commentary recording over it. So I think about my 5th battle in this tank, and it is going to be a really, really good one. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a tense battle. There's going to be some good performances in it. So this is one to stay tuned, and hopefully you'll enjoy. So on Cliff, in a tank that's a pretty good spotter, that's got some mobility, I want to get up on the hill. And I'm kind of messing it up. This is not my cleanest climb up the hill, I have to admit. Taking 2 hits, not great. And I notice we are being challenged by an enemy, but it's the snake bite, which is a Cromwell variant, so it's near and dear to my heart because you know I love my Cromwells. But the snake bite is the light version of the tank, which has super light armor. So I went ahead and loaded HE rounds. I carried 2 in this tank, thinking I might be able to get a little extra damage with those HE rounds on this very lightly armored tank, and that didn't work. You can see I put the shot into the turret, and I only did 129 damage. The average damage for the regular shells on this tank is 280, so I cost myself quite a bit there. And actually, I went and looked. The turret on the snakebite is 50 millimeters, and the HE penetration on the Panzer Mutz is 45. So I shouldn't have been surprised. I did not know those stats at this time. I just knew the snakebite didn't have much armor. I thought I would be able to go through it, but I wasn't. So I've used up both rounds. I fired that second round at the Jackson, who was kind of giving fire support to the snakebite when he was down there. So I couldn't really crest and go after him because he had those extra shots coming from his allies. So he gets up on the hill, and now we're playing a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie on the lighthouse here at the top of the hill. And the snakebite is a very maneuverable tank. It will outmaneuver the Mutz, even though the Mutz is no slouch. However, I do catch him with a bit of a mistake. He runs into the side of the wall there, and I've got him dead to rights. He ran into the wall, and I bounced. I bounced off a snakebite. That one I can't justify, and I won't. 50 millimeters of armor on the turret is the max on the turret of that tank, and this thing has 212 millimeters of penetration. There's no excuse for that. He wasn't angled. That should have gone in, but fine. We take a little bit of extra damage for that weird bounce, and then we secure the kill for our first kill of the game. So we have the hill, but it costs us 75% of our hit points. Not great. But now that we're up here, we can see there are some tanks pushing around the aggressive flank here, trying to get a swoop and a swing around the pincer to our base. And one of them is another Cromwell variant, but this time the original Cromwell. We put one shot into his front drive wheel, which doesn't track him, surprisingly. Second one goes into the back wheel. That does track him and damage his engine. He's a one shot. If we can just get this shot on, and yeah, that one's on me. I did not aim that very well. I was a little bit low. Didn't give enough lead because he was moving. That tank is pretty quick, but can we redeem ourselves? Yes, that was a nice lead on the move. We were able to put that shot and secure our second kill on the Cromwell, but the instant we fired, we also took a shot back from that M6, who's kind of hidden and turret and hull down in that little valley there, and we are now an absolute one-shot. 121 hit points left, and we are only a couple minutes into this battle. That was brutal. I could have definitely been a lot cleaner on that, but we have the hill now, and this is why you want the hill, right? This tank is really good with its view range and its camo. It's kind of like a tier 8 Panther prototype, or a Leopard prototype. It feels the same. It's got a nice punchy gun, good camo, good view range. You can use it as a hidden sniper for things like that. So I have grown to like this tank very, very quickly as a tier 8 premium. And the fact that it has built-in camo, it comes with its own camo that's permanently attached to it, is great. Okay, bit of chance for some revenge here. We have our regular ammo loaded for this M6. He has now come out of the valley, and he was advanced. He was a little bit out of position. We put one shot in, 2 shots in. We have to get back. We didn't kill him. We take a shot, we're going to die. So we put that second shot in, back up, hide up against the lighthouse. Hopefully nothing can see us from down in the valley and shoot over that ridge. And one of our allies takes out the M6. So that quick, aggressive kind of pincer move has been stopped. Good. But again, we are still down. We've been down this entire game. We are just constantly fighting, trying to push for our team, and it's not going well. 6-8, we're down 2 tanks. I feel like we've been down 2 tanks no matter what we're doing in this battle. But again, we have a good position here. We can provide covering fire down into the valley, anywhere basically except that last bottom K line. If they're using that, we're not going to be able to see or shoot. Anywhere else, we can provide some supporting fire. And I am just hoping, I think that's the Jackson that we saw earlier. Like, just go. Yes, there he is. The Jackson. Go, go, go. I need one. Oh, his turret crossed, but there was a rock in the way. Okay, he went again. Great. We get a shot in. Damage his ammo rack. Pull back. And an ally takes out the Jackson. Good. Okay, that's another tank eliminated. But now we're down 3 tanks. Now we're down 4. It's 3-7, and the enemy is going to rush in and take us out. However, the Belafron gets a little bit frisky, and we're able to put one through the side and take that out. Okay, 3-6. Another tank falls immediately after the Object 252U on our team. It's now 3-5. Still looks pretty bleak, but we're going to do our best and go down swinging and see if we can rack up a couple more kills on the way. So we saw I am on very low health. Speaking of low health, there is a T-77. He was on the map for a second, disappeared, and we did a beautiful lead on the blind shot, trying to figure out where his speed was. But quickly, now we see that there's a Lova. It's approaching. I had a regular round loaded. I wanted to fire it. I didn't have much hope of it going in. So now we switch over to a premium round. That German heavy tank in the front, pretty well armored. I was hoping because I was up high, my shot coming down would hit that angled front armor flush and go through, but no such luck. So he makes it into cover. He's now kind of under our gun line on that little ridge that's on the near side of the map. So we know he's there, and he could probably see us if he pokes his turret up and we go out over the ridge. So we don't want to do that carelessly because we can get taken out by some of the other tanks that are supporting him. But now, okay, we're looking at the dashed line. He is outside of it, so we know he's not going to spot us. Once we fire, he will. But if we hold that shot, we won't. And, oh, I thought that was it. And when that shot bounced, I thought the game was over. I think I actually said it out loud to myself. I was like, that shot is the game. We needed that kill because he's protecting the base. There are 2 tanks in the base, 20 seconds. We have to abandon this position. We can't see the cap. We have to get back, try to interrupt the cap. We're giving up our leverage. We're giving up our high ground. And yeah, this is probably going to be it, but we need to do something or we're just going to lose. And then not one, but both of the capping tanks got out of the circle. Why? Did they get spotted? I don't know. What, did our light tank spot them? He might have, but they didn't pop up on our map until just now. There they are. Okay, 2 tanks in the base. The Lova is down here in front of us. And I had the side of his tank with a premium round loaded, and it bounced. And again, I thought, oh, I'm dead. And now he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him. But our shot goes off first. He must have been waiting an extra half a second for that aim time, trying to poke over the ridge, and we secure the kill. And I'm thinking, oh, God, those 2 tanks, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. We get into cover behind the rock, and now it's the 2 down in the base, and there's a Pershing in front of us. It's 3-3, and holy crap, we have pulled this game back to be neck and neck. So we know the Pershing is here. I can't go forward here because those 2 tanks are down in the valley. I'm going to see if I can just poke carefully. Can I use my vision? I should be outspotting these other tanks on the enemy team. Can we do it? No, nothing. Okay, but I don't want to get too risky because if I get caught out, anything that hits me is going to take me out. So I don't really want to take this Pershing. I thought he was coming around the corner. I didn't want to get spotted. And then, oh, what a legend. The 252U again puts in a kill shot and takes out the Pershing. And now we're in pretty good shape. The 2 tanks are down in the valley near the base. This whole backside of the map now is open. And what I should have done here is gone wide, back and swooped around. But instead I cut it a little bit close again, thinking I can provide the vision without getting spotted. And we're just crossing here. I'm hoping that my turret's sticking up. Oh, we do. We see them. There's 1, there's 2. But I get spotted in return. So I just like make my tank smaller, pull that turret down because I think I might be sticking up over the rocks there just a little bit, and if a shot goes in with perfect accuracy and hits the top of my tank, again, we will die. But no shot comes in. We get off of the radar. We're not spotted, and now I can do that move. Okay, we go out, and I've got a plan. If we can get down here on this hill, this is a great spot when you're attacking from the other side of the map to see everything that's going on in the enemy base. Well, now I can use it because the enemies are in our base. So I'm thinking if I get up here in this bush, my vision, I should see them and not get spotted in return. And boy, that KB3 has a lot of health, 1,074 health. That's a good 4 or 5 shots, depending on how they roll. We put 1 in, so does an ally immediately. We're going for our second shot here on reload. Yes, it goes in. He is now a one-shot, 120 health. If we can pen this shot, he will be eliminated. We've got the side of his tank. Boom, it goes in, and that is our top gun for the match, and there's only one tank left. And we saw him before. He's got almost no health left. I think he's got 5 health. So where is he? But don't rush it. I'm a one-shot. I think the 252U is a one-shot. I think the light tank is a one-shot. So we could still throw this if we rush in. So instead, I'm going to wait, patient. We'll just poke. There he is. There's the T-44. We are able to get the gun down on the target, put the shot in, and secure the 7th kill and secure the win. What a match that was for the Panzer 58 Mutz. And look at these post-battle results. 7 kills, 3,789 damage. Really, really good number there. 1,985 XP. I almost had another 2,000 plus XP game. Recently, I had that crazy game in the, what was it, the VZ44, like the TN 34-100, I think it was, where I went over 2,000 for the first time ever, and I almost did it again. Not quite, but I think this was a better game than that. I wasn't shooting tanks that were 2 tiers higher than me the whole time, so I didn't get the XP reward, but I earned that XP in this battle, and that was a much more pivotal role that I played in this game. We were kind of careless, maybe sloppy, maybe just unlucky early on trying to take the hill and take the lighthouse, but we did it with just enough, with just a hit to spare, and then use that position for the rest of the game to try and pull back our team from a losing position. We gave it up when we thought we had to, and still a couple of nice little plays, a nice little extend, a poke here, a shot there. The shots go in, and that was enough to secure the win. Wow, that was a wild one. And that's kind of what the Panzer Mutz does. It is that role. It is an early scouter. It has the camo, it stays hidden, and then the gun has some punch to it. It's not going to light up the world. It's not an autoloader. It's not a quick firing gun. It doesn't have a high alpha, but it's consistent and it's accurate, and you can rely on it towards the end of the battle, especially when you can manipulate the vision mechanics to shoot and stay hidden. So if we take a quick look here at the post-battle results, once again, we can see those 7 kills, almost 4,000 damage. We had almost no assistance damage in that whole battle, and that is such a weird thing to think about when you think that we took the hill. We captured the hill, and the idea being so that we can spot and light up all the enemy for our teammates, but that didn't happen at all. I think one of the reasons our XP was so high is that we were spotting for ourselves, so we were lighting up those targets and then shooting them ourselves, and it wasn't our allies shooting them for us. So that rewarded ourselves kind of double, but we weren't really getting that assistance damage. But still a really, really nice total. 24 direct hits, and we had 115 damage blocked. I think that's one of the shots from the snake bite with that 115 alpha. And we did have, oddly enough, 6 detected tanks, just no assistance damage to go along with it. So if we take a look at the medals, there is an impressive array. First and foremost, of course, is the Ace Tanker. So happy to secure an Ace Tanker in this tank in my first couple of battles. So that is great. Super proud of that achievement for the tank. We got the Devastator for 7 kills, which of course comes with the Top Gun for 6. And then we had a couple of other nice medals as well to go with that performance. We can see we secured a sharpshooter for 10 hits in a row, and I'm guessing that blind shot on the T-77 had to hit or we would have lost that streak. We also secured a fire for effect, a bruiser, a master gunner, and a duelist, and a hand of God for having 4 different tanks damage us and surviving the battle. A bit of a rare feat, I would think, in a tank like the Panzer 58 Mutz, which is not known for its armor and survivability. If you're getting shot by 4 different tanks in that tank, you're usually going to be dead. And of course, we also had the high caliber for the most damage in the battle. So now let's take a quick look at the team performance page to wrap up the video. So a big shout out to my 2 teammates, the Corrupted 389, who was in the Object 252U, who we saw have a couple of very clutch kills at key moments in the battle, as well as Zelpon in the ELC AMX 90, the light tank. Those of the 3 of us were alive at the end of the battle, and you can see that between the 3 of us, we secured 13 of the 15 kills on the team. So a wild distribution of damage and kills. And yeah, the three of us really put the team up on our back and carried hard. So big shout out to those two. They played key roles at the end of that battle, securing and locking down some kills when I was not in a position to do so, but which then freed me up to kind of help flank and use that vision and secure those last couple of kills. So shout out to my teammates who really did well in this battle, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I feel like we might see a little bit more of the Panzer 58 Mutz on the channel. It is just the kind of tank that clicks with me, and based on this performance, I do see some hopefully good performances in this tank in the future. So thank you once again for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.